Hello and welcome to our Making Fitness Your Business webinar. I am Amanda Villarreal and I am excited to be sharing with you information that is something I am very passionate about. And I feel as though this is such a unique opportunity that I am very excited to be able to share some things I have learned and maybe to get you inspired and motivated to take a look at this opportunity. So to begin growing up, I was not necessarily the healthiest child. And as I continued to go through my adolescent years, really did not know much about health. And I'd have to say, I think that may have been partly of what inspired me to do what I do today. I was also born with a very rare vascular condition that affects my left side. And I have been given many negative diagnoses, including wouldn't be able to have kids, might lose my left leg to amputation, should quit all activity. And I can honestly say, I think that all of those negative things inspired me to want to be able to make a difference in others' lives in a bigger scale. And I just want to highlight this because I feel as though, oftentimes we think, oh, I'm too old to start making healthy changes, or, I don't know if this is right for me right now, but I would love for you to think of the big picture of this and what this could mean for you. I myself actually started my career in corporate fitness and wellness. That is what my degree is in. I taught a lot of fitness and health classes, and I really thought that that was going to be my forever job. I loved what I did. It was an amazing place that I thought I would never leave. But as many of you know, especially health professionals, that the industries change a lot. And unfortunately, our corporate wellness center was bought out by a club. And I had decided that that was not the approach that I wanted to go. And I really wanted to have more control over my schedule, have flexibility, and choose how I wanted to train and teach my classes and have that flexibility. So that is when I decided to open up my own studio. So I have been on my own now for about, I believe, 14 years now. So I do personal training, teach group fitness classes, nutrition consulting, have online workouts. And then I also have my Shackley business, which I love the fact that I don't have to pick one or the other, that I can do both businesses, that they work together. And we have had I would say the excitement of growing up with Shackley for quite a while now. I have actually been using Shackley products since I was 17 years old. That's how I was introduced to Shackley, because of my own health journey, that because of this vascular condition, I was anemic. And a personal trainer that I was shadowing actually introduced me to Shackley. So interesting enough, my upline is not actually in Shackley anymore, but I have continued to grow my business and have really, saw the benefits, not just in my own health, but in so many clients, but also to being rewarded. When I was in corporate wellness, as many of you can maybe relate, there are definitely limitations to where your pay scale goes to, what maybe positions can open up for you, and just a lot of limitations. And I can say, since being on my own and partnering with Shackley, I feel as though I have the best of both worlds. I can get the perks of what Shackley offers from incentive trips and being part of global conferences and teaching and training in various ways. But even the memories that it's created for our family, that this is something that I fit in with our lifestyle and our fitness business. So, even on the bottom picture there, that was actually a trip that we had, all expense paid trips. We've been on, I believe, 5 of them now. That was an all expense trip paid to Mexico. And that was when we announced our 5th child. So we have 5 kids, ages 16 down to 3. So we have a busy life, but yet our mission is still there, that we want to continue to offer better health for our clients. And this is where offering nutritional solutions and natural options. As you can see, this is one of my amazing clients, Darlene. And just to give you an example of how the products can definitely be, incorporated with routines, with programs, and allow you to have that bigger picture of health. And we'll talk about that in a little bit more here soon. But her results with our 7-day cleanse. And again, there are so many different testimonials we could share, but I really want to get the understanding of what are some of the misconceptions out there of what you may know. And feel free to in the chat box or reach out later if you have some other questions or comments. But one of the common misconceptions out there are that all vitamins are the same. All companies are the same, these wellness companies. And that is so far from the truth. And I will tell you a few things to look for. You want to make sure that they're nature-based, that they have scientifically proven evidence about their products. And being in the health and wellness industry, we have got to be really careful with trends and fads. That is probably the most dangerous thing we can get involved with, is because you can actually hinder your client's progress. You can actually harm them because there's many dangers in products that looking at a popular one a while ago, ephedra was a very popular diet product and the harmful effects that that had. So when we look at opportunities for companies, there's a lot of things that we can recognize that filled what I was looking for way back when, and the history, the longevity. We're going to get into that a little bit more, but also the fact of knowing that everything you are offering is safe. Now, maybe you are one of these business owners like me, that you have your own business and it's busy. There is a lot to do. But I can tell you what, you will be so much more fulfilled and feel the excitement when you're not just offering just one part of health, that you can offer the big picture and you will fit it in. It doesn't have to be, like I said, an and or. It can work together synergistically to really help to create more income and more results for your clients. So here's another common question. Is this one of those pyramid schemes? That is a very popular thing that people have, and unfortunately MLMs have gotten a bad reputation throughout the years. But first of all, pyramid schemes are actually illegal. So there are no pyramid schemes out there anymore. And Dr. Shackley actually created our model very differently. That when he created Shackley, the goal was, first, he had the products, and we have a ton of products to help improve our health. But then he decided to create a business model around the products, because he determined way back when, back in 1956, that the best way for us to affect people's health and to create a big impact is sharing it by people, not on store shelves. And that's still why today Shackley has a huge impact and has really been part of creating a lot of the rules and regulations you actually see in the network marketing industry today. So pyramid schemes, hopefully that helps explain it some. And will this be a huge investment to begin? We will show you how much it would cost for you to get started here, but this is an extremely low cost option for a business. If you've ever looked into a franchise, or some of you guys that may be gym owners, you know the expenses of overhead. And this is actually extremely low cost, but the potential is huge. And as we look into some of the history, and this is something that I would say, is a key structure of knowing that what you are representing has been around a long time. Many of the products you see today in the health and wellness industry, Shackley created. Over 100 years ago, they started making products, for example, like the very first multivitamin back in 1915. And you can see here, from soy protein powders to the first non-toxic biodegradable household cleaner to even some of the first clinically proven sports products there in 2017. But also note, all the patents, over 100 patents and patents pending on the product. So again, it's not just you saying these products work, there's actually clinical studies to back it. And this is something that we really need to understand, is we want credibility with our customers and our clients. We need to be giving them the best possible products we can, and also maximizing their results. And here's the clinical studies, just a couple of them to show the proven effectiveness of the products. So I'm huge on numbers and studies, because I feel like that's not a, hey, before and after testimonial, a skewed picture. These are clinical studies that are very tough to get. If you've ever heard of what it takes to do a clinical study, it's pretty intense. But this shows here in those top numbers there, a long-term study. It's the only long-term study that's ever been done on supplements. So over 20 years, they follow people that took store brand, no supplements, or people that took Shackley supplements. And you can see here some of these biomarkers that these were from the long-term Shackley users. Everything is lower. And there was also some interesting information that goes with that. I'd be happy to send you the entire study, but it actually showed that people who were taking no vitamins had long-term better health than people taking store brand. So when I just mentioned to you a little while ago about, are all companies the same? Absolutely not. Just like not all products are the same. And this is where we have got to get the education information out there. And even from a performance perspective, if you're looking at the screen there, this just shows a couple of our sports related products and showing, for example, Hydrate, which is a popular electrolyte balance replacement, kind of like we, call it our healthy Gatorade or Powerade option. But you can see the clinical study actually proves that it helps with endurance. So the longer you work out, if you're using a product like Hydrate, it hydrates better than water. That is amazing for anybody that works out or needs extra endurance, that you have the proof it works. We also have a great example of showing the Build Plus and recovery. A lot of people are saying, hey, focus on whey protein for recovery, specific options, creatine, whatever it is. But you can see here that the clinical studies have proven that the Build Plus will actually maximize the recovery time and the results from that. So again, the studies are there to validate that the claims are true. So as a health professional, our role 100% is to help people. That's why we got started, no matter what we are choosing. Again, if you're a trainer, you're a nurse, you're a teacher, this is why we do what we do, because we want to help people. And not all trainers, or some of you, again, in other various health related fields, we don't necessarily have the ability to be able to have the complete knowledge realm from nutrition to exercise. So we don't have to basically work to figure out all of the things that we could recommend to people. It's already done for us through Shaklee. So if we're working on building credibility, we have the studies. Over 65 years that Shaklee has never had a product recall. So I don't know how long you've worked with some of your clients, but that is a pretty amazing statistic that I can guarantee you, if you were to go out there and compare to any other company out there, that they could not make those same claims and validate that they have the studies. They've never had a product to recall. And as we are thinking about focusing on long-term growth for our customers, we want to look at what can we bring to them. For example, if you are a group fitness instructor, you know that your classes change. You have different customers that come in, customers that leave, maybe people that are here seasonally, they come for the summer, they're gone for the winter. But how can we maximize keeping them as customers even when they're gone or they leave us? If they're a Shaklee customer, they will still be using products because they're having results and they love them. The average Shaklee product user that has been a Shaklee member is over 17 years, that when somebody starts products, they continue on them because they feel better. So even if you lose them as a training client or a group fitness class participant, you will still have them later. So think long term. And also as a sustainable business. I bring this one up a lot because I know when I started in corporate wellness and teaching classes, I was excited. I loved what I do. I think I wanted to prove basically that I could overcome what people told me I couldn't do. And that really motivated me to want to see how much I could push myself. And there were some points that I was teaching 6 classes a day, which, back then I didn't realize the consequences that could have on my body and long-term health. But eventually you're going to wear out, even personal training, or like I was saying, if you're another health related industry, some of those are very taxing. You're on your feet all day, very repetitive motions, things that are going to get to be where your body might eventually start to give in. And this is where having a backup plan, a plan B, and something to supplement your other income is invaluable, and something that, you may find that later down the road ends up becoming what becomes your plan A. And this happens all the time. It's just amazing how people start this. And even myself, when I started, this was not my original plan. I wanted products to help enhance my clients' results. And I did not realize the business potential this would lead for me. At this point, we make on average, and I don't say this to brag, but I feel like it's good to understand that this is real and it's possible. I mean, we, on average, I would say our check is generally around $5,000 a month. We're right in that senior executive coordinator range. And, that's a pretty substantial income. That is triple what I made basically in corporate wellness. So I have seen this work, and that's why I feel it's important for us to understand this and share. And you can see the potential that you have all different ranges, from people that do this, it's just a few hours a week, to people that have taken this into a full-time, career, that this is what they're choosing to do. But you have the potential. And I think that's what's key, is to understand that that compensation plan can be geared towards whatever you choose. And a big part of that compensation that is very different than what you're currently doing is this residual income factor. So residual income, what does that mean? I had a great example of this, and I guess it's pretty much how I understood it when it happened to me. Was after our third child, I took a little break from Shackley. I was still teaching and training, and I was kind of that in between, busy, young kids trying to figure out, that right schedule and how to fit it in and be organized. And I took a break off from Shackley for probably a year, and I still use the products. Our family does, and some of the clients had already been on them, but I continue to every month consistently stay right around $2,000 a month is what my check was consistently coming in. And that's the effect of residual income. Notice the differences here on this chart. Your normal, most of the people that we know are going to be into that regular income, the salary type position. So if you notice, basically you're exchanging time for money. And as you aren't able to work, you don't get paid anymore. So obviously, you're not working, the income stops. Whereas we look at our residual income, basically we work to create more later. And that is a pretty interesting concept in how you can see the flexibility, the time can be so much more manageable, and you can see the long-term investment that builds from something like this type of opportunity. So starting your business, this is actually, a great time to look at something like this. And I know a lot of us with gyms and, training studios, a lot of people have been struggling, maybe hit their business has been hit in different ways, from clients not being able to come in to losing revenue in other ways from products, other, equipment, things maybe you sell. And now is the time. People are getting back into routine again. We're starting to see things improving, and health is still a primary focus of what we're going to see is going to help people long term. And we want to give the full picture to people of wellness. So, again, complementing exercise, we want to have the wellness, but maybe you don't have time. It is all done for you. Shackley has all the tools you need, all the strategies, all the support and encouragement. And if you are looking for a supplemental income, this provides so much more, along with the flexibility, the tax advantages. If you have your own business, you may already understand some of this, but think about for your clients, being able to offer samples, being able to give them things to try, that these are all write-offs, and looking at the flexibility of, the ability to work with a team. I would also say is another big thing as as someone that may be an independent contractor, maybe you go in and out of your gym or your studio, that you don't always necessarily have that community of people and the support. And I will say that that is something that is very special. And I've loved being a part of our team. We have some amazing teammates that I'm so thankful that we have that are also in a lot of, various industries. We have, nurses, teachers, we have airplane pilots, we have, so many different industries, but find that this type of business model can fit in and really be a game changer for looking at long term and focusing on how can we do this? It's something that you can fit in, like I was saying, however you choose, but how it works is very simple. You just make a decision, decide you're going to go for it, launch your business, and then begin to get paid. It's not something that you have to really spend a lot of time on understanding. It's very, very simple to get started. And we will give you everything you need, from the support to our team to online training. We have everything you need to make this a simple process for you to get started. And ideally, if you are looking at starting to promote and share this, you want to be using the products. We cannot highlight that enough. We are not believers in ever selling something we don't believe in, because we don't sell. Our goal is to share. That is what we are doing. Our goal is to be out there making a mission and focusing on making a difference. I always say this a lot of times, because I feel as though a big part of our job is we are solving problems for people. And maybe from health, it may be from wealth, but we're giving them options. And this is, I would say, the best value to get started there would be our Prove It starter kits. Now you can choose a couple different options for that. We have a Meology or is a Vitalizer option, which, we can definitely explain more of what's the best option for you. But that with your business pack basically is less than $250 for you to start your own business. And again, compare that to anything else out there for a starting option, and that is incredible. Now, there's also sports related products. If you'd like to pick one of the sports packs, you can also get started in that way too. And everything you need is right there. You'll get your own website. You'll get apps that are going to help support you. I mean, my phone is actually my best friend. That is my best tool that I use for my business. And I can do this anywhere. So whether I'm outside training clients, I'm with kids, I'm at games, I can use my phone and still continue to be earning money, and building my business. So again, lots of things to be excited about. And hopefully you have learned a few things that you feel as though maybe you can let go a few of those doubts, maybe a few of those fears of getting started, and start to think about what this could mean for your business, for your family, for your life, and even for your own personal development. The stuff you will learn is absolutely unbelievable. So we wanted to offer you a special opportunity that if you are ready to get started, we are going to be beginning a distributor boot camp. We're only limiting it to 2 people. So the first 2 people that want to get started, you will basically get almost a personal mentorship to help you getting started with your business. So if you are ready to get started here and you're thinking that, this is the thing that you are ready to move forward with, make sure you reach out to me as soon as possible, because we want to help you crush your goals and make your dreams a reality. And I'm going to go ahead and open it up here for a second to see if we have any questions and answers. I saw a comment about loving the hydrate. Yes, totally agree. Any questions though, a minute here before I end our recording?
I will just really quick tell you that you did a fabulous job. It's like you touch base. It's like on so many things. It's like that we are in a business of changing people's lives, and I cannot appreciate you more right now. So it's like, so I hope it's like that you're going to share this recording out. It's like so that I can share it. It's like with a couple of my friends also. It's like because like I said, it's like we are making a message and it's like, that's counting out there. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You're awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.